Hello and welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to create a parcel in Civil 3D. So if I open this folder that contains my data, I have this particular parcel that I'll be showing you how to plot. So this is the parcel that we're going to plot today. Yeah, I have my template, my Form 2 template. I'll show you what we'll do with it. And then have the points. So these are the points that we're interested in this particular. I've selected only the points that we're going to plot, and I've typed them in Excel because this table coordinate list contains some of the points that will not be interested in. So I just selected a few that you want. Then I've typed in Excel. So we'll be sharing you that Excel. So if you're interested, you can follow along. So what you need to do, I'm going to open the Civil 3D application. And if we look these points, we need to, one thing you need to do understand is that in order to import into Civil 3D, you need to, there's a particular format that we need to use, and that is we're going to arrange our data into points, then followed by nothing. Let me do it again. That's points, that's point numbers. Then you're going to followed by nothing, then easting, then elevation, and then point description. So this is the format. This is how we're going to arrange our points. And before we do that, we need to convert this particular file into CSV, because that's the only Excel format that Civil 3D understands. So what you need to do, I'm going to convert this into CSV. Then let's click Save As, and then I need to save in that particular folder. I'm going to choose CSV, delimited, that one. Click Save. Now it has opened. You need to arrange in that particular format that I told you. So we need here elevation, and we need the column description. So if you look at if I look at my drawing under coordinate list, I don't have elevation, so I'll assume that the elevation is 0. I'm just going to type in 0. Now the description, this point station the description that you want. So I'm just going to cut Control X, the Control V, paste, and this station you're going to change it to points, and we're going to table 1. So the points ID, I'm going to autofill. So if I open this CSV points again, we don't need the headers in Excel. We want to import Excel files into CSV. You make sure that you delete the headers. So you're going to delete that particular row. Then you can save, then close down. before you import, make sure that you close the Excel source file. So let's go close it down. Now that you have Excel open, but the first thing you need to do, you need to set your units. In order to set your units, just in the command bar at the bottom, so just type in units and hit enter. So the precision, the length precision is 2. We're going to check this clockwise. The direction, you're going to choose north. Click OK. Click OK. We're going to save our template. Just Control S, or we can click this particular save icon. And you have to save it in the desktop, this particular folder. And I'm going to call it plan. Like that. Now what we need to do, we're going to import the points, and then we'll create, we'll join the point using the polyline. So in order to import the CSV Excel file into Civil 3D, just click in this top, and the top bar, you'll see these points, this points tab. Just click on it and find import stroke export point. So click on that, then you choose import points. The format that this is the format that our point Excel file are in. So it's point, northern, eastern, elevation, and description. Then you click this add file. So this is the file that you want to add. Open. If you see this green check, it means that your points are okay. But if you see a cross, then there's a problem with your points. So click OK. Now that we have our points but they're not displayed, we need to zoom extend. And we're going to do that by typing ZE in the command bar. Just type in ZE. Click enter. Now we have our points. But now, alright, now I have a problem with this particular need to change from this X into dot circle. So you're going to highlight, or you can just click one and then right click, then select similar. So I'll select all of them, and in the tool space under home tab, this tool space here, you will see this particular icon that's written properties. Click on that. We're going to choose the style. We're going to change that standard. Choose it, or you can choose any, but then you can edit. You can create stroke edit. I'm going to edit the standard. Click this icon that has the pencil and paint. That's the icon for create or edit. Choose the dotted, then circle. You want a dot that is circled. We apply K. Click escape. You can see now you've changed the point style. Again, we need to label this point so that you can understand what we're dealing with. So just select everything, all the points. Under the same properties in the tool space, you'll see this the point label. So you can see it's in default. So I'm going to choose the description only and close down the. So now we have a points label. So the first thing I want to do is to join the aborting points, and I'm going to use this point, the line, to join the 2 points, that's CX and CX4. So if I can show you, this is the aborting points. Aborting, I mean the neighboring plot. these are the points CX2 and CX4. So I'm going to join CX2 to CX4 using a line. Click enter. Now we are now going to join the parcel that we are interested in using polyline from M1 to TN, TN2 and so forth. You can start from any point that you want, but I'm going to start from point 1. I'm going to choose the polyline, and it's in the draw group. So just click polyline, choose. So I need to emphasize this: you need to choose the polyline when you want to create a parcel. So that should be clear, right? So for M1 to TN, then TN to TN1, right? TN1 to 5, then M5 to M4, M4 to M3, M3 to M2, M2 to M2X, and M2X to M1, then click enter to complete the drawings. Now we have our object, our parcel object. Now what we need to do is to convert this particular drawing into a parcel. This is just a drawing. We need to make it a parcel with the area and with the dimensions. So just select that particular object and go to parcels. That is parcel tab. Use create parcel from objects. So you see this create parcel pop-up window. So first of all, you need to check this automatically add segment labels, this one here, and then what we're going to deal with is area label style and line segment label style. So we're going to start with area label style, and under that we're going to choose name, square meter and acres, like that. We're going to edit that. So under text, we are interested with these contents. That's what I'm going to choose. And before you do that, make sure this background mask, if you scroll down at these properties, you'll see these borders and background mask. I'm going to set that to false. And then under text, just to under these contents, I'm going to choose edit that. Just click on this name, and then you will see this 3 dotted box. I'm going to click on that to edit, and I'm going to highlight the text in this text editor on the right hand side. I'm going to choose area, parcel area. Now we want to select the properties for our parcel. So the units that we're interested in is in hectares, and the precision we're going to set to 3. So that's all. Then click this arrow to effect the changes, and we can actually edit. You can add your own text, and I'm going to add hectares bracket box. Click OK. So you'll see the preview of how your area label will appear. So after that, I think we are done with the area. Now we need to edit our line segment. So I'm just going to choose. So here you're not going to choose anything, just leave it as it is. We're just going to edit that. So under components name, right, you'll see the table tag. So click down to choose bearing, and under contents again, under text, you choose these contents. On the second column, just click on it and click the box, 3 dotted box. And what we are dealing with this direction. So the units, just leave it as degrees, but you can choose radian and grad. But I'm going to leave it as degrees. The format, I'm just going to leave it as spaced. There it is. So measurement type, I'm going to change that to north azimuth. Precision, I'm going to round it to whole number. So that is 1 second. And click the arrow to effect. Click OK. So this is how our bearing will appear. Try OK. If I click again, now let's change the distances. So distances, under text again, contents, click that and click the box again. Select everything. So units is meters. Precision, we're going to leave it as 2 decimal places. Click that, OK. Apply, OK. So if we click OK, now our parcel has been created. So now you can see everything is in mesh. We need to change that. So first of all, we need to change the you can see these are just select. If you do anything, click on this particular so you can see the label of this segment from M3 to M4. You can see the bearing and the distance. So I have a problem with this type, the way it's been labeled, all right, because if you follow the cartographic rules, this is not right. We need distances inside the parcel and the direction outside the segment. So just going to click that, and you can see all of these labels are just the same. So I'm just to click that and right click and select similar, and all the segments will be selected. I'm going to click the Home tab, Tool Space, and I click Properties. We're going to change. You see this under Information, you'll see this flipped. We're going to change that to True, like that. And automatically, now we have our labels correctly labeled. All right. So, going to click that. We're going to change. We're going to explode. Just select similar, then we explode, so that we can be able to edit them individually. So just go home. Then we have this explode. Where is it? So it's supposed to be, it's here. It's right here. Or if you place it on your right hand side, you can see it's here. Just click on it. Now we have select again. So you're going to explode it again, and to select now manually all of them. You need to actually explode like 2 times. Like that, and then explode it again for the second time. Explode. Now you can see now we have the distance text individual and the bearing on its own. So now again we need to explode this so that you can separate, and you can see You can see this text is actually crowded over here. You can delete that. Now everything looks a little bit better. You can also decide to delete this. You can delete that. Now we want to explode the parcel text. So let's go the home tab and click explode right. Now we have, so it's still join, we can explode it again, right? Click escape. Now we have delete that, select all this. You can see you have some whitish, so going to select these points, these lines, select all of them and choose hit delete. So we're going to explode it for the second time. Now everything looks good. So what we're going to do, we're going to change the text style, the text format, the font. So the font I'm going to set to 3, and I'm going to select that, select, so I'm going to say select that, right click and select similar. We're going to change that. If you go to annotate, under annotate, you can see it's standard. I'm going to change that to Times New Roman number. So just click this arrow, then manage text style. I'm going to add 2. So here I'm just going to type in T. I'm going to choose Times New Roman. Font style, leave it regular. And text type, make it 3. So select new, click no, you're not going to overwrite that. Okay. Again, you're going to, for this area label, we make it bold. So I'm going to leave it as text, Times New Roman. I'm going to choose bold and choose bold italic, just bold. Text height, I'm just going to leave it 3. Click new. You don't want to replace, click no, style 2. Okay, so close. So if I select similar, so we want our segment label to have Times New Roman text format. Under properties, first of all, we're going to change the color to white, and the text style or the font style, we're going to choose the style 1 that we set previously. Choose that. So, and click escape. So for parcel, just going to select parcel. Under properties, change the font color to white again. Choose, leave it as this, but the style we're going to change to style 2. That's a bold. So we can just increase the font size to size 3.5. Click enter. Now we need to change the the segment colors. The segment color, we're going to change that to white so that when we print it will actually come out as black. Change to white, and you can double click on to expand this text so that it can span the whole of that line. So we also want this particular bearing to expand up to this particular point, right? So just click somewhere there. And click outside. So also this one we're going to modify that. Add some spaces. Just click space. Click on this other side. Hold down the space key. So like that. And add 2 spaces like that. Now we are done with that. Click save. Now we're going to edit the beacons. So in order to do that, right click, select similar. You're going to explode. So in the home tab, you see the draw group. You'll see this explode. Just click on it to explode, and we need to explode it like 3 times. So if I try to select similar again, after exploding the first time, it will not select them. So just going to manually select them. Since they are not so many, just going to then explode. That's the second time. You want to remain with the text alone. And export for the third time. So now I select, okay, let's select for the 4th time. We want to detach this text from this particular beacon. So select that again, select that, select, and explode. Now we have the text alone. So if we select similar, you select the description only, click properties and change color white like that, and then we're going to change the text style to style 1 that we created previously, like that. Now you can now move this particular label. You can move them the way you wish, like that. So that they are not crowded, like that. These 2 can move it below. that, and this one just move it out. Like that. So next thing you need to I'm going to trim the lines that extend inside this beacon, or so that you only remain with the. Now to do that, choose the trim, the top here under the draw or the modify. It's actually under the modify group. Choose trim and click enter. Like that. So trim like that. Trim like that. Otherwise, if you don't trim them, they'll appear in your drawing when you print it, and it will actually look very awkward. So I'm going to trim all of them, right, like that. So like that. Then click escape key. So at this particular point, you can choose to save a drawing. So we're going to add some. But before we do, let's extend this so that just click extend, click enter. You're going to show you what you're going to do. Then just going to choose trim again. Click enter. So you look correctly in this picture. You see some. Going to extend some line so that to indicate this parcel like that. So in order to do that, I'm going to add a line, a perpendicular line. So I'm just going to choose line, and at the bottom you can see this create line perpendicular from the point. Click that, and if you look at the command bar, you can see it's telling you to select the line object. This is our line object. So, and they specify the perpendicular point, asking you to select the point. So our point is CX2 and it's here. So before you can specify the distance. So just type in I'm going to, let's say, like 30 meters, or yeah, like so. Then move this cursor to the direction that you want your point line to be extended to. So I'm going to click enter like that. Now you have your perpendicular line. You're going to repeat the same process for this CX4. So just click the line, the bottom. This is the line that you want. The point is this CX4 at the center here. The distance is 30 meters. Move your cursor the direction that you want. Click enter. And now we can comfortably trim our this particular point so that we get rid of those extending lines in our beacon. That, like that. Escape, and you can move this point label down. Move this particular one right here, and at this point we can now save. So and I want this text to be aligned as direction. So I'm going to choose this text, the properties, and text. You'll see this. You'll see the rotation. The rotation, just type in the rotation of this particular bearing. I'm just going to type in 46 D, type in D, then 32 apostrophe, and 33 quotes, that, click enter. Now I think that's now proper. Okay, now we have, and you can choose to move this bearing, since this bearing is for this particular line is also the same as this line. You can choose to move this bearing the center to indicate that the upper line, the aborting line, also is also the same as this, like that. You can save at that point. Now we want to now we are ready to add the this particular drawing in our template. So I'm going to open template. I'm going to open another tab, and I'm going to choose file and open form 2. So I'm going to select that, like that. Then I'm going to Control C, copy, and I'm going to paste there, like that. And I'm going to copy that text, copy like that, paste, and I'll tell you so I'm going to select this and that. The properties, I'm going to choose style 1, like that. So our units are in meters, so I'm just going to like that. But the text I'm going to reduce to 2.5, like that. And this one, coordinate referred to, coordinates are in, I'm going to type in 37. In order to type in a degree symbol, hold down Alt, then type in 248. Don't type anything else, just release Alt. like that, 7 degrees, and click and east. So that will say that is in Kasini. That's the how we do it here in Kenya. So need to choose that, and we're going to release that to 2.5. Enter. Like that. And the scale, we're going to change that to, our scale is 1 to 1000. To 1000. Click enter. So we need to do this if you have your own template, and I'm told you I'm using the template that we normally use here in Kenya for surveyors. So just like that, and I'm going to add, copy that, copy, Control C, and Control V right here, Control V again. I know, just like that. So the bearing, we want to add these 2 points that I'm just going to write down the bearing and distance from TN to TN1, TN1 to M5, and this M2 to M2X. So you're going to do that by measuring. Use the measure tool, then hit enter. You can see the distance. Distance is so TN to TN1 distance is 15 meters, and the bearing is 158 degrees, 9 minute and 22 second. Hit escape, and from Gen1 to M5, hit enter. You can see the Gen1 to M5. The distance is 14. Bearing is 102 degrees, 54 minutes, 4 seconds. And from M2 to M2X, to M2X, so the distance is 23.14, and bearing is 282, 15 and 8. So I'm going to type that in manually. So and yeah, so line So the line that we're interested in is TN to TN2. TN to TN1. So the bearing, we said is 158 degrees. 09. $22. The distance, 15, just its space, 15 meters, like that. So what I'm going to do is just going to copy that, paste, like that. Copy again, copy, then paste. And then we're going to edit that really fast because time is also not so chain 1 to MD5. So the bearing was 102, 102. 54 and 54 again, and the distance was 14 meters. So like that. Then this is quite long, so we are going to drag it again. Then with that plus M2 to M2X. The bearing, right? The bearing was 282. 15.08, and the distance was 23.14. So you can actually create your own template. Edit, Control S to save. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the grids. I'm going to add grids to our points. So if I hover around, you can see my coordinates are changing. So I'm going to, since this 1 to 1000 scale, it's in 1 to 1000 scale, going to, if you divide 1000 by 10, so that's the trick. You choose the denominator value, that's 1000, then you divide by 10, so you remain with 100. So that's 100. So this spacing in our grids will be 100. So I'm going to choose if I hover around, you can see I'm going the nothing is one. So the nothing we're going to choose minus, just write it down 147, 100, and I'm going to move around again to choose negative 22 minus 22 zeros, 22 0 0 0, 3 zeros. So those are in hundreds. We're going to type that. We're going to create a point. So we're going to create a line using, this is the trick that you normally use to create a grid. So choose create line by nothing easting, and we're going to type in nothing 9 negative 47 100, enter. Easting is negative 22 1, 3 zeros, click enter. So just click escape. I think Control Z, then choose this restrict other mode, restrict cursor to orthogonally. So just choose that so that you can be in 90 degrees, extend your line up to that particular point, click enter. Then you can now create a line. Choose this point, then go down 90 like that, then enter. Then create another line from that particular point, up, enter. Choose another line, enter. So what you can do, select this particular line and that, then just type in join, enter to join the two lines. Click that and select that other one, then type in join, click enter. So we're going to extend this line across by 100, by a space of 100. So I'm going to choose the offset. We're going to offset by 100. So click that particular icon, offset icon. We'll see this offset, the command bar, then type in, going to offset through 100. And I told you we got this 100 by dividing 1000 by 10. So click enter, select that particular line, offset to the right side. Again, we're also going to offset latitudes. Okay, like so, and then click. So we're going to trim. Going to trim these points. That, and I think you don't need this the lines. So what we need to do is to add the we're going to ordinate in order to add the coordinate values. So use under the dimensions, you'll see this ordinate. and I'm going to the snapping. I'm going to reduce just leave the intersection, so everything seems okay. So from this particular point forward, click the ordinate again, select midpoint, select ordinate again, select ordinate again, select ordinate. So we have values here. We need the attached line, so we're going to select all this, select that, then explode. Exploding, we can now delete the leading line. Then you can separate these lines from the text, then hit the delete key to delete. So we have values, and we're going to change the properties to style 1. So I'm just going to offset that to let's say 70. So, but we need to edit this. Remember, the coordinates are in negative, so it's going to add negative like that, then drag it this particular point. Just going to repeat remove the zeros, then add a negative like that. Hit the leading zero, the zeros, trailing zeros, then add -1, negative, drag that particular point, let this decimal zeros, add 1, add negative, like that. So add negative, Then lastly, remove the zeros. You should then add negative that. That. So these are just line that helping us to, so we can delete these ones. So the grids are normally blue. I'm going to highlight them, including the text. Just select all of them. And change color. I'm going to choose this particular blue color. Click OK. Like that. And then now we have our plan. We have our template. I'm going to show you how to print this in just cut, paste it somewhere here. So in order to click the plan, we have to set our print. So you are under model. This on your bottom left corner, you'll see this model. You're going to move to layout. The layout, go to files, then plot. Close that warning. So what you're going to change the DWG to PDF. You're going to change that to PDF. And the size, since this is size 2, I'm going to choose ISO A2 landscape. Then portrait. Then the scale, you should also make sure that the scale is 1 to 1000, no matter the type of whether it's form 2, form 3, or form 4. The scale should always be 1 to 1. That's 1 to 1000. And if I can preview, that's how our. So first of all, cancel. You need to delete everything here. Select everything and delete the delete key. Then you can start the setup. You can set up your page. The way I told you, close the warning. I'm going to WWG to PDF. I change that to ISO. Change to portrait. Then preview. Escape. So apply layout. And now okay, and cancel. So now we have our preview. Go back to model and copy your template. Control C. Highlight, then Control C. Go to layout. Control V. Like that. Then after you have copied your template, now it's time to add your plan, this one here, into this particular template. So again, go to home. You'll see these ports, the viewports. If you don't have viewports, go to views is here, and then choose toolbars, go to AutoCAD and choose the viewports. It's here. I'll go back to home, and I'm going to select the single viewport and click on that point to the end point, like that. So then double click inside, so you can zoom in, and what you're going to do is to, at the bottom of your screen, you'll see this scale. Choose 1 to 1000, like that. Then you can move around here. Type, it chooses again 1 to 1000. So you can see our lines are quite long. We're going to do one to 1000, like that. And then I'm going to lock, so that whenever if you want to zoom in, you can zoom out. Then I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim that to, let's say, let's go back. Set 20. That offset by 20, and go back to trim, like that. Delete that. Offset again by, let's say, like 50. Let's say, let's offset by 30. That. Then we trim that. So we can delete this. Let's see, this point is particular. So let's offset this point by 8. Set this by 30. Set by, let's say, 40. So that you can be able to move this choose to trim, click enter. That, and then you like that. And then this you can choose to set by 16, like that, or can offset by like this, set by 50. Click enter and move. Oh, then no, made a mistake. Let's like so, then drag down and move this to that particular point. This one also, that particular point. Then you can trim like that, then you can comfortably delete that. So click save. So if you go back to the layout, now we have our drawing that. So now what we need to do is to print. So if you want to print, you can just go back to then what to plot. We're going to plot the window, and now we're going to choose this corner to that particular corner, and okay, we're going to save it desktop in our workspace. The name we're going to leave it as default, and the PDF will automatically open. So guys, that's how you can simply print or create a parcel and print. So kindly remember to subscribe to my channel, like, share this video. See you in the next tutorial.